Everyone, I'm here to show you how to set up a rule in your new email. So how you would do that, well first let me tell you what a rule is. If you don't use rules now, it's not a big deal, but I find them to be a lifesaver in that as the emails are sent to me, it automatically goes into my pre-designated folder. So in a sense, everything's being organized without me having to do it. I just set up the rule and then the system organizes my emails for me. So how you would do this is you're going to go over to the settings button, which is the picture of the gear, and you're going to choose options. Now we want to change how to organize my email, so I'm going to click on organize email, and by default it will be on inbox rules already. So I want to set up the rule. So I'm going to click on new, create a rule for arriving messages, and I'm just going to call this Judy. So every time it's going to say when the message arrives, so I'm going to select one. You can choose any of this, that it was received from, it was sent to, any of these you can choose. So I want to say when it was received from. So I'm going to look for a specific person. I'm going to click in that search box and I'm going to start typing the person's name, and I'm going to click the picture of the magnifying glass, and I want to add Judy. So I'm going to click on the plus sign next to her name, and you notice up here it's going to say from Judy Proscia, and I'm going to press OK. So now, anytime a message arrives and it was received from Judy Proscia, now I have to tell it what to do. I'm going to say move the message to the folder, and I'm going to drop down my inbox as I have folders in there. I want all of those messages sent to Judy's folder. So this way, if I'm ever looking for something from Judy, I could just look into my Judy folder. So I'm going to press OK. So now it's telling me that it was received from Judy Proscia and it's going to be moved to the folder Judy Proscia, and you just press save. And now I have a rule and it worked. Okay, so I'm going to go over that again. I went to the settings, I went to options, organize email, and if I want to make a new rule, I'm going to click on new rule. I'm going to create a new rule for arriving messages, and I'm going to call this one principals. So whenever one of the principals I work for emails me, I'm going to have it sent to my principal folder. So I'm going to say select one when it was received from, and this is where I pick my people. So I can start typing in someone's name, and I can press the plus sign next to the name that I want, and that will come up here. And it could be more than one person, so now I'm going to type someone else's name, press the search button, and I'm going to click the plus sign next to her name, and then I'm going to also, so these are all the principals that I work for. So whenever one of them sends me a message, that didn't work. Oh yeah, it did. There it is. Okay. So now I have my 3 people that I want, and I'm going to press OK. So now it tells me when it was received from, and it will tell you the people's names, and I'm going to say move this message to folder, and I can choose the folder. Okay, so I have a folder called principals, and I would press OK. And then just remember to press save. So now you know you have these rules. If for some reason you want to turn it off, just uncheck the box. I'll do this one more time. So I'll start from the beginning. So when you log onto your email, you can click on the gear, go to options. I'm going to go down to organize email. I'm going to choose a new rule. I'm going to create a new rule for arriving messages, and maybe you work on a grade level. So maybe I'll just call this 4th grade. And when a message arrives, you're received from, this is where you can search for people's names. So you know, you could search for your, the more of the name, the less of the list that will come up, the more of the name you type. So you can just, pick anyone. I'm just going to pick a few people and then just press OK. So when an email comes from any of these people, I want to move the message to a folder. So now I forgot to make the folder earlier for this grade level, so I can do that right now. I'm going to make sure I'm clicked on inbox, and then I'm going to press new folder, and I'm just going to call it 4th grade. And then I can, um, click away from it, and it kind of puts it right in there, and then I can press OK. So now I created a folder, I created the rule, and I press save. So if I go back to my inbox, you're going to notice that in my inbox now I have 4 subfolders. So all of my main mail will be in the inbox. When I click on it, it will all show up in this pane. And then if I clicked on 4th grade, any messages from them would come in there. But the one thing you do have to remember is that um, if you have a new message from a principal, say, the number of new messages will be next to principal. So you have to kind of look in multiple spots now to see where the new messages go. So just beware of that if you've never used rules before. Otherwise, it's a great way to organize your email. All right, thanks for listening. Have a great day.